Good morning folks, I'm travelling home at the moment from a pretty intense filming trip and the journey's brought me through Reykjavik. Now I could have just continued on home today, flying home this morning, or it worked out overall about £20 extra to fly home tomorrow instead. So I'm going to spend a nice relaxed day here, have a wander, a wee explore, and it'd be cool if you could come with me. Now when I say relaxed, it's not quite going to start that way because there's somewhere I need to get to pretty quickly and I'll explain why in a moment. It's a gorgeous morning though, isn't it? There's one thing you can always get here, your nice woolly jumpers. They're everywhere. Oh, and you also find a lot of nice bakeries with very tempting pastries. I would stop and get one just now, but I'm in a hurry. Later. Oh no, the last green man in Iceland. If you've never been here before and you're considering it, it definitely comes recommended from me. Now we all know that Iceland is an expensive country, but Reykjavik is a beautiful, compact, safe city to explore. Although the reason for the pace today is that I'm heading a wee bit out of the city first, but don't worry, I'll be back. And I don't mean I'll be back in the future, I mean I'll be back in about 2.5 hours.
If you guys wanted to send a postcard.
Ah, you will hear a lot of American accents here, but that makes sense, doesn't it? It's pretty close. Sorry, I'm not exactly taking the scenic route, I'm taking the direct route this morning. And the first clue as to where I'm going is that I'm fighting against tides. Can you work it out? I tell you what though, it's still pretty enough, isn't it? But a wee bit breezy. It's always windy here in Iceland. I'm pretty much on track with where I'm going, so it's time to look at the weather. So it's currently 3 degrees with a feels like of 0. Indeed, it could be about to get a bit colder as we hit the coast. Let's scramble up here. Now this is weird folks, I thought the tide should be pretty low at the moment, but it looks like it's rising, and I just checked and I've got it completely wrong. But I had looked at this last night, I did a bit of research and it said low tide 10:43, but I've just checked again and now it's saying that it's high tide at 11 AM, so this has gone horribly wrong already. Maybe we should head back for that cinnamon bun, what do you think? We can come back here later, don't worry, all is not lost. Oh. Well, that was quick. Oh, this is just typical of travel, isn't it? But that's a good thing, because with me, you're not going to see some polished, filtered production. You're going to see it as it really happens. And we can come back down to the coast later on and take things a wee bit easier. Oh, I just love, love, love these. I mean, look at it. It's fantastic, eh? Icelandair. I flew into Reykjavik's domestic airport last night with Icelandair. If you haven't seen that video, I think it should be the last one on the channel. I think I've got that right. Now, where was that sticky bun shop? I'm just trying to retrace my steps. And I remember passing this place and thinking it was very nice. Oh, that's sun. I hope you're enjoying the video so far. But sometimes it's better when things are a bit chaotic, isn't it? I'll make up for it now with that wee breakfast treat. Oh, look at this. You see a lot of stuff like that in Reykjavik. Back into the shade, it's a wee bit colder, but it's better for filming. I swear that bin lorries just follow me around, making noise. Everywhere I go. A wee tip if you're on a budget, these street food places are perfect for dinner. And of course the question that everyone needs an answer to, who would win a fight between a polar bear and a puffin? Thank you very much. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Have a nice day.
You too. Success. Oh, and just outside, I saw this online. This is a punk museum. No time for museums for me today, but it looks pretty cool and authentic. So this is a fire hydrant, and this is a cinnamon bun. Still warm, might I add. And of course we all know the great thing about cinnamon buns, they just get better the nearer you get to the middle. But that being said, even the edges of this one are delicious. Breakfast, done. Now as you may know, top of my list when I arrive somewhere, it's not souvenirs, it's finding the sea or a river. Well, we failed at that this morning, but second on my list is to find a viewpoint somewhere high up. And I think I've just spotted one. Do you see that up there? Let me just zoom in a bit. Oh, I've heard good things about this place. Maybe that can be dinner. And it's not too expensive. In fact, I think it's the #1 cheap eats place to go in town. Please remind me of that later, okay? So here we are at the Hallgrímskirkja. That's as close as I'm going to get to pronunciation, I'm afraid. And there's a big sun right behind it. So let's move ourselves over this side. Now there's a lot of people hanging about here and going inside. Is this a bad time to visit? I think there's always going to be a trade-off between popular viewpoints and the number of people, isn't there? But I think what I'm going to do is just hang about for another moment, and we should hear the bells at 11 AM. Then I'll go shopping, and then I can come back here at midday, and here's hoping then we can hear the bells from the very top. Right, let's go shopping. Oh no, this is dangerous. That's one of my favourite brands. I just love the fabric they use. I don't think I'll be buying anything today though. It's quite expensive here, I'd imagine. Just window shopping. Well, window shopping with a wee look inside. I want one of these, by the way. It's beautiful. Wow, I've managed to escape with my wallet intact. Quite impressed. The shopping here is funny. It seems to be pretty much a 50-50 split between proper quality Scandinavian stuff and then tourist hat that's probably been made in China. Ain't that right? But it doesn't matter to me anyway. I've got the Ryanair excuse of a very small bag with no space. Sorry about that, lads. I'd love to take you home. These bakeries though are something else, and this one's queued out the door. I'm not surprised. I'd love some of that stuff. I'm not going in a lot of these places because the music's always very loud. Not perfect for YouTube, is it? And hey, I've got the excuse. I don't need to buy anything for Alicia anyway. I mean, she used to live here. She doesn't need a souvenir. Isn't that right, my dear? Right, let's go. Be brave. You can do this. And I mean the people, not the height. Sorry. We're next in line for the elevator. We're in.
Tower maximum power. Yes.
Oh wow, look. And I like how the tower's casting its shadow down over the city. Nice! Is it just me? That looks like a penguin, right? But if we look out this one, we can see the airport where I arrived last night. It's an awfully bonny place, isn't it? And it could be about to get very loud. I think we're all standing waiting for the same thing. At least we're ready for it, eh? Checking the watches, less than a minute to go. And we can now officially say, good afternoon Reykjavik. And on the 25th of September, that's as high as the sun gets. It's freezing cold up here. Let's go back down to the clock faces. Hey look, there's the minute hand. Let's watch it change. There she goes. Let's go and have a look inside the church. Those doors are exquisite, aren't they? Thanks. I love these. They look Art Deco, don't they? I think it's fair to say this is an impressive building, isn't it? Right, what we're going to do now, food, I could eat again. Remember this place? Shall we pop in here? Why not? Oh, it's busy. This is the menu, by the way. Can you guess what I've ordered? Right, I'm sitting outside. To be honest, it's a bit chaotic in there. Their card machine wasn't working, so I think they're a wee bit stressed this afternoon. But yes, it might be 0 degrees, but I'm taking the opportunity to sit outside in the street. Why not? The only thing is I've got no idea what happens with the food. Do they bring it out? Do I have to go back to the counter? No idea. I can sit here and watch all the people doing their photos. Okay, lunch is served. We've got the traditional meat soup. I'm not sure how traditional it is, but I tell you what, it looks absolutely delicious. And it's just fogged up my camera. However, if you think I'm taking my hat off to eat my lunch, you've got another thing coming. Oh, that's lovely. Dip the bread, you got to dip the bread. And then you got to spill it in your jacket. Well, you know what, I've got no idea how traditional this is, but it's definitely homemade and it's a perfect choice for a cold afternoon. That was a massive portion, but I've done well, folks. And I'll be nice, I'll take this back in. Thank you. See you later. And not only a great lunch, but they give you a very Polish looking wafer when you leave. And I'm not one to turn down free dessert, you know. Now that I've eaten, I'm going to slowly make my way to where I was meant to go first thing this morning. But we'll take a slightly longer route round past the harbour. Let's see if we can see some boats. A nice big park here with some dude at the top. What, you want to know who he is? Okay, let's go. It's him, okay? Next up we've got Harpa, which is a concert hall and conference centre opened in 2011. What do you think of that? It's giving me Dundee vibes down here. Do I just cross? Oh, thank you. That's quite a cool big venue, isn't it? And you can see right through it. Almost looks like the sea. Rippling away. Oh, and what have we got here? The Icelandic Navy by the looks of things. And there's our first look at some big yachts. Proper ocean going stuff over there. So we've got 3 ships. That could be the whole Icelandic Navy, couldn't it? I guess if you're watching this, there's a fair chance you've seen my last video, which means you've seen into the future. You know how I get on tonight and tomorrow getting home. Please tell me it goes okay. And what we got here, a very random train. Minor. And we've got these guys gossiping about the other fishermen. Oh sorry, I was saying Navy, but it's Coast Guard. Or is that the same thing? I don't know. Waiting for the bus that'll never come. And this one's called Togo, and it's from Lowestoft originally. What do you reckon that's doing over here? This is a proper working harbour, but you've also got the boat tours that go from here. And lots of little restaurants, coffee shops. It's very nice. There's something about the shape of these two with their high bows. It looks quite intimidating. Are they old whaling boats or something? I'm actually starting to wonder if I'm allowed round here, because I'm getting awfully close to that Navy ship and its big gun. And of course I've got no idea what the sign says. And there might be a gangplank, but no, we're not allowed on. I love the bike rack. We now leave the harbour behind and we start walking along the coast towards a lighthouse. Yes, that's what I was trying to get to this morning. But the lighthouse is on this little island, which is accessible by a causeway, but I think you can only get across at low tide. And that was the problem I was having. But let's go and try it now. And if you come to Iceland to see the Northern Lights, it would appear They're only visible on this street. That's me back pretty much where I started this morning, but it's a wee bit calmer this afternoon, to be honest. And where we're heading is as far as we can go, out to the little island with its lighthouse. Aye. You want to go up there, don't you? On you go. You're enjoying the sun, aren't you? See you later. I'm pretty sure this walk's actually further than it looks, but we've got all day, believe me, we've got all day. Ah, wee map, let's stop and have a look at it. Right, so we started somewhere here in the centre of Reykjavik. Went down to the harbour, and I'm now just walking along about here, and then we'll just continue right round the coastline to this wee island and cross the causeway to the lighthouse. Hi guys. What is this? We've made it to the car park at the end of the line, then we'll just have the little causeway across to the lighthouse, and that's as far as we can go. Oh no, it's got one of those O's again, so I don't know how to say it. Grótta, Grótta, Grótta. But it doesn't matter. However you say it, we're going to cross. So just before the causeway here, they print the tide times. We're on the 25th of September. Low tide, 6:35. So that tells me the tide's gone out at the moment, so we're totally safe to cross. But between the 1st of May and the 30th of July, the island is just for the birds. It's like one of those volcanic beaches, isn't it? That bench, it must be almost as old as me. These places are just lying empty. They're quite nice though inside. Don't know what they're used for. It's not like they're just old abandoned buildings, you know. Wouldn't it be funny if I did that and it's someone's house and they're just sitting drinking a cup of tea watching me? Of course it's locked. But here's the star of the show. Will we try the door? Okay, we'll try the door. There's your answer. It's always a good day when you find a lighthouse. Oh, is that the old winch that would pull the boats up onto the shore? Looks like an old lifeboat station or something, doesn't it? But it's in very good condition, so I think it's still used, maybe just in the summer. And from here it's the long walk back into town. I'll see you when I get there. Well, it's almost 5 PM, that's me almost back in town. That was a long walk. In fact, I've not stopped walking today. What I'm going to do when I get back is open up this camera, change the SD card back to last week's video, and continue with that until I get all the way home. I don't know where I am, but it's very pretty. Over there we've got the American bar and the English pub. I guess we must be fairly central because I'm starting to see lots of hotels. Ah, okay, Iceland Parliament Hotel, that's given me a clue. So maybe that's a Parliament building. And before you say it, yes, I could just check Google Maps, but sometimes it's nice being lost, you know?
This month, the next month I'm doing the speed prime, so that's between 25 and 30 tours.
Okay, I've quite literally just realised where we are. That up there is the place I got my cinnamon bun this morning. How could I forget that? So as you can see, we're back in the centre of town. I'm going to sit at this bench and change my SD card. And I guess that means we're at the end of today's video. I'm going to resume the long journey home now. So I'll say thanks for watching and I'll see you in the last one. Bye bye.